Uganda and beyond. Welcome to UBC Weekly News Roundup with me, Brian Tumwine Byaruhanga. And to our first story. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has campaigned in Zombo district, pledging to construct more connecting roads linking the area to neighboring communities, as well as establish additional health center 3s and public schools in the sub-counties that currently lack them. While in Zombo, President Museveni was accompanied by the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni. Let's see the details.
Zombo District campaign rally marked President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's last public address of the day. Museveni was still in company of First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni. To receive the party presidential flag bearer was the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayewa, SEC members Hamson Obua, Jonad Asimwe, Secretary General Richard Odong, Ministers Evelyn Anite and Kasule Lumumba, among others.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, our Mama, the First Lady of the Republic of Uganda, thank you and thank you so much for coming to join us in this rally. In northern Uganda, there are 3 gains we are protecting. From the time Uganda got independence, it is only President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni that has introduced wealth creation.
The opening prayer touched the most pressing issues affecting Zombo district, and this was supplemented by local leaders.
Thank you for the peace and stability.
We ask you to open hearts of those responsible, that we, the people of Zombo, may this time share in the gain of this country.
We have the issue of a district hospital. We have one district hospital.
Addressing the crowd, First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni noted that the opportunity to shape Uganda's future lies in their hands.
That we all owe it to ourselves, to Uganda, to our families, to unite Uganda, to vote for NRM and keep the unity and freedom and peace in Uganda.
The First Lady further hinted at avoiding doing mistakes of disrupting the available peace, a move which will be regrettable.
We owe it to our generation and generations to come that Uganda must remain united and free of divisions, of tribes, of religions. Uganda must remain free and it will be unstoppable. Do you see the refugees that we have in Uganda? All those refugees come to Uganda because they have no peace in their countries. If we don't understand, if we don't value the peace, the unity, and freedom that we have in our country, we will divide Uganda and we will mess it up and we will regret it.
It is the NRM that has managed to maintain Kuch in Uganda. And as Mama said, refugees are coming here because there is peace here and there is some problem with where they are coming from.
To the West Nilers, Museveni says they have been among the communities which have tested the dose of absence of peace.
And you people of West Nile, you are the witnesses for peace, because you know what was happening here when many of you were in exile in Sudan and Congo. And then you are neighboring Congo and South Sudan, you know what lack of peace means.
Regarding infrastructure, Museveni can happily account for what his government has achieved.
So, from north to south, Yango. From Malaba, Busia to Budubujo, then to the Tanzanian border, Mutukura, then to the Rwanda border and Congo border on the other side. So you can't say NRM will not do that when it has already done 1,000 kilometers of the other roads.
For other missing links within the West Nile sub-region, Museveni promises to kick off the works in the coming year.
Nebi Zombo. This one, the contract will be signed in April 2026.
In the health sector, Zombo district will receive more in the new term of office if NRM holds back power.
There are 5 sub-counties which do not have any health facility. And those are the ones we are going to deal with, and the issue of the district hospital.
Besides campaigning, Museveni is also preaching with creation.
I'm not a politician to come and say, vote for me, then I leave you in poverty. What I want you is to get out of poverty.
In the last general elections, President Museveni secured 52.3% vote victory from Zombo district against the 15.2% of his closest rival, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu of NUP. With the area's elevation in the health, education, infrastructure, among others, Museveni seems to capitalize on this for another win. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Thank you very much, Onyango. President Museveni there campaigning in Zombo and Nebi district yesterday. The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Nabbanja, had a closed-door meeting with the Japan Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Yoshihisa Hayashi, in Tokyo. Now, Hayashi commended Uganda's natural resource potential and praised Uganda's involvement in the Osaka Expo 2025. Now he pledged continued support to Uganda. Let's take a look.
Prime Minister Robin Nabbanja has thanked the Japanese government for its continued support and strong bilateral ties. Robin Nabbanja said this while meeting the Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary, His Excellency Yoshihisa Hayashi, in Tokyo earlier. Nabbanja met JICA President Tanaka Akihiko at their Tokyo headquarters. She thanked JICA for its infrastructure and refugee support and requested funding for Lot 2 of the Kampala flyover to ease city congestion.
The number 2, approval to utilize the balance of loan under Lot 1 to kickstart the construction of Lot 2 project. Meanwhile, Government of Uganda has embarked on advance allocation of major utilities to clear the project site before commencement of Lot 2.
Tanaka pledged support and noted that the surveys are ongoing to assess Kampala's needs.
We would like to be a bit careful about the designing and then considering the possibility of financing. So I would like you to give us some more time for coming back to you as to what we should do.
Nabbanja also met top executives from Japan's Business Federal, Keidanren, including Komatsu, President Tetsuji Ohashi, and Toyota Tsusho, Chairman Jun Karube. She invited them to invest in Uganda and help create jobs.
Ugandans have been supporting Toyota since I think I was born. We drive Toyota cars in my country. Your strong leadership and influential role in Japan's economic and business environment is the key to enhancing the economic and commercial relations between Uganda and Japan. Like I told you already, Uganda is lucky we have a peaceful investment environment, one of the most profitable of countries. And Uganda is moving very fast. It's one of the fastest growing economies in the world. We are ranked number 7 now by IMF as one of the fastest growing economies. So we are here to look for investors so that they can come, those companies, the partners come to Uganda so that we can invest together and develop our country.
A comprehensive economic organization in Japan consists of more than 1,500 large companies in Japan, and proposing maybe policy or such kind of thing to the government, Japanese government. Also conducting some maybe economic and industrial relationship with foreign countries such as like Uganda.
Nabanja is leading Uganda's delegation at the ongoing Osaka Expo 2025.
Nabanja for you there in Japan. FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi has urged voters in Amogu sub-county to take bribes if offered, but vote wisely. At a rally in Aleptong, he said those who bribe voters never deliver services. Let's take a look.
FDC presidential candidate Nathan Nandala Mafabi received a hero's welcome in Away sub-county. He was joined by Robert Centenary and Ekanya Geoffrey, who also campaigned for a jury MP candidate Ongom Emmanuel.
Parliament, we move on tarmac. If you want to see tarmac in a jury, give this man a vote. Make a statement.
Mafabi criticized the Ngos leaders for prioritizing personal gain over community needs.
We have leaders, instead of looking after their people, they are looking after themselves.
At Amugu, leaders cited challenges like collapsed education, teachers' strikes, corruption and election rigging.
What is called vote rigging. People of Ajuri County tried with their label base. They vote for Emmanuel Ongamokwel, but due to vote rigging, he missed parliament like 3 times. You are seeing us, but we have been in government. So go slow. Today you see this government, next time you have another government.
Mafabi told voters that bribing leaders derail development.
Take their money, you're telling yourself, I want to remain poor. I don't want to have a good school. I want you to go and steal public resources. I'm bringing money, say thank you, I never asked you. I am eating it, but I know where I'm going to put my vote.
He is set to campaign in Otuke and Dira City.
The National Unity Platform has officially entered the race for 2026, unveiling its manifesto under the theme A New Uganda Now. The launch at the party headquarters in Makerere Kavule drew senior leaders, loyal supporters and members of the press eager to witness the unveiling of the party's vision for the next 5 years. Now, party president and flag bearer Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu described the manifesto as a covenant with the citizens, a commitment to rebuild trust, restore constitutional order and refocus governance on people-centered priorities. The document outlines ambitious plans to improve road infrastructure, healthcare, education and strengthen reforms of expression and the press. Now, Kyagulanyi said the manifesto mirrors the frustrations and aspirations of ordinary Ugandans yearning for change, equality and accountability. He urged party members to carry the message of a new Uganda now to every corner of the country. Let's take a look.
You will get a job across the board. So that is how we plan to restore constitutionalism and the rule of law. We are going to remove all oppressive laws from the law books that we have. And very, very finally, we are going to have lifestyle audits as part of our fight against corruption.
Gives me confidence that the young people of this generation are actually seeing through the curtain that has been put before our eyes. They're seeing the future. They're seeing the promised land. They're seeing the new Uganda. To appreciate the policy team that has been able to clearly paint a picture for us. Very eloquent young men and women, very men and women, very imaginative young men and women. At least these are ideas of the young generation, young Ugandans from across Uganda. Look at them, from the north to the west, to the east, to the south and central.
The Church of Uganda has signed a memorandum of understanding with Paxtel Communications to strengthen service delivery and improve digital connectivity across dioceses. Dr. Samuel Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, the Archbishop, has hailed the partnership as timely, saying it will help modernize church operations and expand the outreach through technology-driven solutions. Now, Paxtel Chairperson John Kamia said the memorandum of understanding will enhance communication systems, create investment avenues, and support financial inclusion. At the event, Paxtel donated 50 million shillings towards the welfare of the retired clergy. Let's take a look. We do apologize for that technical glitch. Now, NRM, the Busia district members and flag bearers of the NRM party have been urged to embrace unity, reconciliation, and effective mobilization as means to strengthen the party's grassroots support. Now, the call was made by the retired Principal Judge James Ogola, who presided over a reconciliation meeting in Busia municipality. Let's take a look.
Participate in the individual disagreements that go on. But as an elder, I look for two things: harmony in the leadership of this country. Whether it's yellow or green or red or any color, harmony is the one that will take this country far. Two, working together in unity. Because if we're in disarray at any stage of our running this country, then the final loser, the ultimate loser, is the elector.
The purpose is to harmonize and reconcile among our members. We have identified a number of factors as to why we poorly perform as a party. And this is what we are trying to harmonize as members first. Because at the end of the day, we may not have opposition, but it comes from within. Because those who support opposition and flag bearers, they are again from NRM. This is what we are trying to harmonize to ensure that we deliver 99%.
Request all members to come and support our flag bearer so that we take our flag to the national level.
We are all fighting for the common goal. To make sure government is protected, we make sure the party is protected. When it comes to such a time and one of you has succeeded, government should also at least come up and look at how to separate us. How do you protect us? How do you position us?
Avance International University has brought together students, university heads, and guests from various religious affiliations in its second annual University Prayer Day. Now, the event, held under the theme Ebenezer, serves as a moment of reflection, thanksgiving, and spiritual guidance for the entire university community. Mary Namokose brings us to speed.
The interdenominational gathering attracted representatives from various faiths, including Muslims, Anglicans, and Catholics, all united in thanksgiving and prayer for the journey the Lord has taken them on. The day's sermons reminded students to reflect on the milestones achieved through faith. Students were advised to associate with friends who add value to their lives as they transition from university to the world beyond.
Subdue nations. And his word says, ask nations. Ask what? Nations. And here we are putting him on pressure that advanced international university, we are asking nations. And he is ready to supply our needs as far as what we need to move nations is concerned. Maybe after here you are going to befriend them, eh? Yes, befriend them, and you will stop fearing exams. So Prophet Joel is saying to people, you don't need to fear that day of doom as long as you do what you're supposed to do.
Speaking on the theme, Ebenezer, Dr. Gracious Ario stressed the importance of gratitude and called on community to extend helping hand to neighbors, especially those in need.
Thanks for choosing the team. The organizing team committee made the right choice when it comes to the theme. Ebenezer, thus far the Lord has brought us. The stone that was planted by Samuel. Samuel was a leader of Israel. Those who bothered to read the Bible deeper. And
the Vice-Chancellor Kato Chimata took the audience through the university's journey, acknowledging the progress made as nothing short of divine intervention.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be a Muslim at Avance International University, but remember, we believe in one God. We have Muslim students here. Further, we have mobile churches, even for our Pentecostal friends. Sometimes I live at middle.
The annual prayer day continues to serve as a spiritual checkpoint for the university, a time to reflect, reset, and re-strategize this while giving thanks for how far they have come.
As a sign of conserving nature and culture, the Rotary Club of Bushenyi has organized Rotary Culture Day to create awareness to the public to know the importance of the conservation. Now, the function, which was held under the partnership in Bushenyi and the Rotary Fellowship, was characterized by cultural events to showcase the conservation endeavors. Conservation journalist Chris Mogasha says there is need to adopt the new tourism attractions rather than majoring on the traditions. Now, the Rotary Club of Bushenyi President Nicholas Karogusha says as a Rotary, one of their core interests is to conserve nature and create awareness. Now, the guest speaker, who was Professor Tarsis Kabwejere, says the Rotary, as a universal organization, has delivered services to the communities and they should embrace togetherness without segregation. Let's take a look.
We have the natural resources. I've been struggling with the tour operators because for them they are concentrating on the traditional tourism, national parks. And we are like, you people, why don't we go beyond the national parks and we promote the community tourism?
As a Rotary, one of our areas of focus is environment, and as a culture night we held it at Lukararwe, where environment is conserved, and as Rotary clubs this year we have plans of planting trees, of reaching out to institutions, of reaching out to schools to ensure more trees are planted so that our mother earth is protected.
And coming to talk to a universal organization, Rotary. I admire your discipline gathering of your organization, how many of us are as universal as you are? Or even when you belong to this universal organization, you are universal in your actions.
The blend between Rotary and culture. And obviously, I saw a tourism component. Some of us who are passionate about tourism and culture, we believe that this particular region has a very big potential.
One of Uganda's leading financial institutions, UAP Old Mutual, has officially rebranded to Old Mutual, marking a significant milestone in the company's journey. Now, the rebrand is part of a group-wide transformation, uniting all Old Mutual operations across Africa under one strong, trusted brand. Our reporter brings us the details from the launch event in Kampala. Let's take a look.
The transition from UAP Old Mutual to Old Mutual marks a new chapter in the company's growth story, strengthening its position as Uganda trusted financial partner. Strengthening its position as a trusted financial partner in Uganda.
We want to be there for a long haul. We must keep changing, because if you stop changing, the world is evolving much faster.
He told guests that while the name may have changed, the company's commitment to value, trust and customer service remains the same, with the renewed focus on helping customers achieve their financial goals.
This rebrand signals the deepening of our commitment to building a stronger, more innovative and customer-centric investment solution. By becoming part of the wider Old Mutual brand, we are unlocking new synergies and opportunities that will benefit all our stakeholders.
That delivers innovation and definitely delivers service to our customers. So, who are our main stakeholders? The first is government. We believe that this rebrand signifies our continued commitment to support the national agenda of deepening financial inclusion.
He explained that the rebrand will enable the business to leverage synergies across the continent, backing by Old Mutual's 180 years heritage. He said the company is excited to build a stronger presence in Uganda while promoting financial wellness for all.
Insurance company maze ati emyaka 18 miramba nga weri egezaako okulaba nga abannayuganda tebafuna kubeera nga bafiirwa emaali zaabwe obulamu n'ebirala.
Old Mutual Uganda has also invested heavily in digital innovation, from self-service insurance portals and mobile-first investment tools to private wealth management solutions for high-net-worth clients. These efforts claim to enhance convenience, transparency, and accessibility for every customer. As the company embarks to this new chapter, Old Mutual reaffirms its long-term commitment to Uganda's growth through strong partnerships, financial stability, and continued investment in innovation.
Thank you, Saddam Mobale, for that. Ugandan youth have been urged to prioritize knowledge, critical decision-making, and the strategic use of technology, particularly smartphones and the internet, as a tool for self-empowerment and nation-building. Let's take a watch.
This was said by Innocent Kabayo, the chief guest during the International University of East Africa Independence celebrations under the theme Independence of African States versus Independence of African Nations at International University of East Africa. Innocent Kabayo urged youth to embrace digital skills and innovation as crucial tools for self-employment and job creation. Dr. Ameka Akizo, Vice-Chancellor, International University of East Africa, commended Ugandans for their hospitality and encouraged the youth to continue embracing the spirit of Pan-Africanism.
Uganda has come a long way. Uganda is a model for a lot of countries in Africa and around the world. Uganda has very many qualities why it is known as the Pearl of Africa. I have been in Uganda for over 10 years. Uganda is a very welcoming country. Uganda is a very forward-looking country. Uganda has made great leaps and bounds in social life, in economics, and in integration of the East African region.
Ugandans were urged to embrace unity, skilling and innovation as pathways towards genuine economic transformation.
But also appreciate President Yoweri Museveni for fighting for the peace that we have now as the cause. Because we see that in the times of independence, we never had peace in Uganda. But since 86, when President Museveni came into power, we are seeing Uganda rising economically, socially, peaceful, and Uganda is becoming a better country.
Joan Bionanevye, a student at International University of East Africa, thanked the President of Uganda for supporting women's emancipation, specifically by fostering their economic participation and leadership roles.
As a woman, we have seen women empowerment and emancipation come up. We thank the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. As a woman, what I can say is we are not yet there. We still have a long way to go. However much we have achieved something, and we know we cannot be there in one day.
A fellow woman there urging fellow women, that's good. Government has been urged to increase support for individuals and organizations establishing private health facilities as a way to strengthen the country's healthcare system. The call was made by Buganda's Sabalangira Godfrey Musanje during the opening of Chinene Foundation Hospital in Bamunanika sub-county in Luwero district. Take a look.
Members of the Emuka faith community gathered at Yotamugavu village in Bamunanika, Bulemezi to honor living and fallen heroes who laid the foundation of their faith. The ceremony was presided over by Sabalangira Godfrey Musanje, representing the Buganda Kingdom. In his remarks, Sabalangira officially opened Chinene Foundation Hospital, urging medical workers to serve with compassion and restore hope among patients.
Without discriminating anybody, everybody come here for the need for the services. So give a rightful service to anybody who comes here to get the treatment.
Princess Chisache Mazigamuga, leader of the Yemuka faith, said the hospital will provide holistic healing and addressing both physical and spiritual needs, and encouraged people to seek quality health care.
Tukyenyumirizaamu nnyo omubaka yalengerera wala okusobola okutulaga nti yeetaaga eddwaliro asobole okujjanjaba bulungi abantu mu nsi eno oli atuuka okugenda nga mubiri gwe gulemereddwa so si bulwadde nti bwabulwako abujjanjaba.
Dr. Nabawonuka Muchibi Ngabo, director of Chinene Foundation Hospital, revealed that the facility has already received medical equipment to enhance service delivery.
Others come in with the common ailments like malaria, hypertension, diabetes. Those are the things we are going to start off as soon as Uganda Medical and Dental Practitioners Council allow us to start off. We have already put off the patients' beds, we have already put out sterilization procedures, and we already have water at the place. So what we are waiting for is to put up the minor things which are remaining, such that we go to Uganda Medical and Dental Practitioners Council to give us a license.
Faith leader Chitinda Kewaza Emuka Archbishop said they have attracted a number of medical professionals but called on government to offer more support.
As what we call PXC, Primary Health Care Funds,
which funds they normally give to health facilities. Of course, there is a procedure I have to go through to receive that money. We'd also like to get advice from now the district health officials on how we can also be enrolled on that program, such that we can be able to receive some funding and assist us in our operations. Of course, that one we shall have to talk to the DHO.
The event, which honored heroes and inaugurated the hospital, ran under the theme, "Let's emulate the courage of our heroes by walking in God's truth."
There, Robert Katamba in Luwero. The Nigerian ambassador to Uganda, John Shamashaga, witnessed the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Ugandan Mushroom Dealers Association and the National Mushroom Growers, Processors and Marketeers Association of Nigeria. The ceremony, held at the Nigerian High Commission in Kampala, aims to strengthen collaboration, create jobs and reduce poverty among youth and women. Let's take a look.
We want to work together with them as associations where we can bring our expertise to bear and they too can bring their expertise. I've seen so many value additions they have done. In some areas they did better than us, in some areas we did better than them. Therefore, coming together as an association, as a body, getting married together, we are going to cooperate very effectively and we are going to lift so many people out of poverty, both in Uganda and in Nigeria.
Mushrooms are organic, mushrooms are nutritious, and actually they are healthy, and we really have a lot of monies that we collect from mushrooms. Given this opportunity, we know that we are going to export mushrooms from Uganda in any category, because mushroom farmers have went ahead to produce very many quality products that people can admire, people can use in their home day-to-day activities. To see that mushrooms are growing as an industry here in Uganda, we can export mushrooms, we can grow mushrooms, and we can also provide it to other people who need health in Uganda, be it the diabetic, the cancer people, everything. Come and know what the mushroom can do to your health so that you can live longer and sustain your life in this situation.
Assistant Commissioner for Industry Relations, Onzema Apollo has revealed that 43% of the civil servants lack adequate training resulting from poor performance across government offices. He urged public officers to enhance their skills for better service delivery. Let's take a look.
Assistant Commissioner for Industry Relations, Onzema Apollo, has urged public officers to enhance their skills for better service delivery.
We have a lot of issues of skills related inadequate employment in this country. It is around 9.3%. And then also, out of that, youth experience the highest level compared to the adults. And then also, when you go further, you will realize that it is also in the statistics, 43% of employed persons are uneducated.
Onzema made the remarks during a leadership training where over 50 youth were equipped with skills in leadership, sustainability and alliance building. Musa Okello, Chairman General of the National Organization of Trade Unions, urged the trainees to work efficiently and leave a positive legacy.
Training is very important. If you have people who are not trained, then you can be worried about the future. But as far as NOTU is concerned, we've been having these trainings for now three sessions. This is the third one. And so we have a big stock of leaders. We are not worried about leadership in NOTU.
Deputy Secretary General of NOTO Adima Stephen highlighted NOTO's leadership programs over the past 2 years.
The partnership between NOTO and FNV is a deliberate effort to support and strengthen trade union leaders for better service delivery for their members.
Matimba Tendai noted that current funding is ending but hinted at possible future training initiatives.
But you will acquire new experience.
We do apologize for that technical glitch. Now from Kampala, let's cross over to Jinja. The team leader of the World Revival Center Church in Jinja City, Pastor Tom Ngobi, has launched a crusade against poverty and insecurity, urging believers to embrace hard work, unity and faith-driven development. Now, this initiative coincides with the opening of his new prayer center, which he says will serve as a hub for spiritual growth and community transformation. Take a look.
World Revival Center Church here in Jinja, and we thank God for opening this new church here, the new church building. The church has been here for some time, but we are opening a new worship place. This church has had a great impact on the surrounding areas, especially the people that come from Chikalamojo and the rest of the places in Jinja. God has used this place to raise people from filthiness. There were so many thieves around this place, and God has touched them, God has changed them, and many of them are now preachers, are now breadwinners of their families, and God has used us to make families get their own incomes. Having put up this worship arena here, we are now even expecting to deliver and touch more people. We are going to organize seminars which touch people, because here we are building lives. We want people to go to heaven, but also we want people to have money in their pockets. So we are talking about liberating people from poverty, liberating people from diseases.
Giving us a new church in our prayers. We are hoping we have our Lord, the grace of the Lord is going to work a lot in Jesus Christ.
With the dances, we are also saying, let's go for a break, and we shall do return with more news.
Vandalism is an offense punishable by up to 10 years in jail.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Ebiseera by'okuzaayo abaana mu masomero tebiteekwa kukaluubiriza n'akatono. Eno kusimba nnyiriri mpanvu, kano kalipagano ka bidduka. Simanya kuzunga na banka siripsi. Kati osobola okusasula school fees z'omwana wo ate n'okola n'ebirala ntoko ku ssimu ye ey'omu ngalo. Ekikola kyangu nnyo. Nyiga bunyizi *185*8 ogoberera ebikulagiriddwa oba okozese app ya MTN Momo. Ate kati okola ki olwaleero? MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited erungamizibwa banka enkulu eya Uganda.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Now, UBC News Weekly Roundup continues with business. Poor coordination among implementing partners and weak monitoring systems are being blamed for rising poverty levels in Karamoja, despite trillions of shillings injected by government and donors. Over 1 trillion shillings has been spent in the region since 2016, according to the USAID supported Karamoja Resilience Unit. Now, the latest WUBOS 2023-2024 household survey shows that poverty levels in Karamoja have risen from 65% to 74.2%. Let's take a look. 17, 10 major donors, including USAID, Irish Aid, the World Bank and the European Union, committed 380 billion shillings to development programs in Karamoja. The focus areas included social services, food security and livelihoods. The donor mapping report by the Karamoja Resilience Unit shows that by 2022, donors had released about 270 billion shillings to support food aid, education, health, and infrastructure. 54 implementing partners managed 71 projects across the region, with Moroto having the highest number. Government has also injected substantial funds through Emyoga, PDM, Youth Livelihood, UEP, and NUSAF programs. Yet Karamoja remains the poorest region in Uganda, plagued by alcoholism, drought, hunger, insecurity, and malnutrition.
17, Karamoja again received 89,000 million US dollars. And in 2018, it also received 75.2. And of course, there was that gap of COVID. And in 2022, Karamoja again received 60 million US dollars. So my question is, where did this money go?
It has a population of only 1.4 million, 90 districts. But the people, and then the Minister of Finance is not, if you go, they have the statistics of how many billions are coming here. But when you look at the level of vulnerability, the level of suffering, the issue of people looking as if, they have no option.
Most residents depend on charcoal burning, casual labor, and mining for survival. The Director for Grassroots Alliance for Rural Development, Ambrose Tolit, says many interventions remain at boardroom level.
This development programming or allocation of resources, much of the resources that my CSO colleagues do is basically more of software, anchor only in capacity building or boardroom workshops, but it must be anchored on the real challenge where the problem is. If the
local leaders blame weak coordination and poor monitoring.
Coordination mechanism is still loose, and so that is the coordination structure that we need to build, so that we have a mainstream where each one of us, each one of those partners at the government are accountable to, not each one working in isolation or inside.
We've been speaking as a region on the revival of KDA, Karamoja Development Agency, so that we have an arm that coordinates development programs. We are having these programs for Karamoja region, and everything will go as per the intention. Even accountability will be enhanced.
The problem of monitoring has been one of the biggest. That when money leaves Kampala and it comes here, nobody knows that it has reached or it has not reached. And people are only verifying through papers.
Karamoja Elders Chairperson John Nangiro criticized the anti-corruption bodies for their limited action.
The question goes, are you having a selective audit system? Why don't you look at Karamoja General that, yes, you're telling us the 74% poverty-stricken population. With all that money, what do you want us to say? Who is supposed to investigate? Who are in the system? So it's about the system crafting itself.
The Executive Director, Karamoja Anti-Corruption Coalition, Dr. Ayub Mokisa, explained efforts to track funds and improve service delivery.
Trying to document, to follow up with our commentators on each and every coin. On this coin, such that there is what they call improvement in service delivery, improving the lives of people, and improving the livelihoods of the people of Karamoja.
As the insurance sector increases its penetration in the market, many are revising ways of visibility. The use of technology and advanced reach has been taken up. Now Old Mutual, that has rebranded, makes a new era in innovation in the sector. Let's take a look.
The Ugandan economy at large. This rebrand signals the deepening of our commitment to building a stronger, more innovative and customer-centric investment solution. By becoming part of the wider Old Mutual brand, we are unlocking new synergies and opportunities that will benefit all our stakeholders. Old Mutual has over 180 years of trusted financial expertise, and through this rebrand, we are now better positioned to tap into the wealth of knowledge, experience, and global networks across Africa and beyond. This means Ugandan investors will now have access to broader investment solutions, world-class research, and innovative financial products tailored.
Change that delivers value, that delivers innovation, and definitely delivers service to our customers. So, who are our main stakeholders? The first is government. We believe that this rebrand signifies our continued commitment to support the national agenda of deepening financial inclusion.
Customers conveniently. So next we'll have Chairman Matthias Katamba, who will come up to the...
Could project a little bit better. My voice is rather low this morning. Depends on the sector. You're going to listen to 3 chairmen. So some of the things we'll say will be a repetition. But it's about...
Warm welcome to our customers, partners, regulators, agents, and members of the press. It is our promise, reinvigorated, to deliver trust and relevant life assurance solutions to Ugandans, while setting a higher standard of innovation, resilience, and impact, and care for communities.
But if you look at NDP4, and you look at what the role of a large player like Old Mutual really is, and already demonstrated in the work that we are doing in supporting, for example, the oil and gas sector, not just through the consortium, but also on the general insurance side.
The Ministry of Public Service is seeking 1.4 trillion Ugandan shillings to enhance the salaries of public servants in the next financial year. The Minister for Public Service, Muruli Mukasa, points out that this is in line with the National Development Plan 4 that puts more emphasis on human capital development. Let's take a look.
The Ministry of Public Service is negotiating with the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development to avail 1.4 trillion Uganda shillings for the enhancement of salaries for public servants in the next financial year. The Minister for Public Service, Muruli Mukasa, says the aim is to improve service delivery through human capital development. He was speaking during the Ministry of Public Service Staff Baraza and Team Building Retreat in Kampala.
The aggregate that has got enhancement of the entire public service is only 34%. 66% of the service has not had any enhancement since 2014. Now it's therefore necessary that the next financial year we should look into enhancing that 66% of the service. And discussions are already in high gear with the relevant sectors, particularly finance. Now that the the budget discussions have started with consultations, we have already also had a meeting with them, and we have given in the figures which we need. I think for all this we need an extra 1.4 trillion to carry out this enhancement in phases, at least up to 25% of the 77 mark, which other cadres are already.
The demand by the Ministry of Public Service to have the salaries of public servants enhanced comes at a time when government is working on the Public Service Pension Fund reform, where employees will contribute 5% and government 10%.
Indirectly, the employees will have a 5% pay rise quietly, just for the sake of setting up the pension fund. Those who have about 5 years to retire, they will continue on the old arrangement. But yes.
According to the Ministry of Public Service, there are some targets that were not achieved in the National Development Plan 3 and have been pushed to National Development Plan 4.
In terms of capacity building, we noted that very few civil servants are inducted or are even trained. And that is how we participate in the program of human capital development. So in that area, we are stepping up on induction by now making it compulsory that before any officer is deployed, they are first inducted. And the circular is about to come out on that one, so that we have all civil servants on the same platform.
Investing in human capital development is a good move government is taking to increase productivity and enhance innovation, crucial for economic development.
Sports. Uganda, represented by St. Marcelino International School, set a record in the Global Olympia Intellectual Competitions, winning golden medals. This analytical competition happened in Abu Dhabi, Emirates, with over 50 countries taking part. Let's take a watch.
St. Marcelino team comprising of St. Marcelino International School and Entebbe set a record in the 2025 Global Olympia Mind Challenge competition, emerging victorious, putting Uganda at the front lead over other countries who took part.
This is our first year attending these competitions. They're called Olympia Global Challenges. These competitions are intellectual. They assess a child's critical thinking, analytical, and the topic this year was analytical thinking. analytical kozesa bwongo. It's about using your brains. We teach so much, but it must translate into your thinking, your creative thinking, your logical thinking. That's how it was.
This team won golden medals, various certificates across different levels, and other prizes, setting a record.
And to me, Olympia is an intellectual challenge that helps stimulate your growth in mental and physical health, that encourages you to socialize with people and make new friends, because when you go for such competitions, you make friends all over the world, since it's a global competition.
One of the trainees appreciated the energy and the team spirit these children injected to bring Uganda to the lead. She echoed that their hard work, commitment and discipline within the team is the root of their success. St. Marcelino International School Entebbe, which is the second-time participant following their first participation in Cambridge, was represented by 7 participants who won almost everything at their intellectual competition.
The knowledge challenge is testing how far you have learned. So before you come to Abu Dhabi, they give you a set of lessons that you're supposed to learn, like articles, books, movies, you're supposed to read and watch. So the knowledge challenge is testing how far you read, how far you watched the movie, and how you analyzed it.
Participants expressed gratitude to parents, trainers, school management, and everyone who supported them along the journey.
Thank you so much, Saddam Mobali. And all good things finally come to a very end. Thank you so much for tuning into UBC News Weekly Roundup. I am Brian Tumwine Byaruhanga. Have a lovely afternoon and God bless Uganda.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight, calm and